Hey, folks, welcome back to the Uncivilized podcast. This is Traver, Boehm, your host. And again, I'm taking the mic for a solo episode because this is the topic that got me started off, right? I started my career talking about breakups and divorce. And if you don't know me, I'm the author of a book called Today I Rise, which is a guidebook through breakup and divorce and how you use the pain of both or of each to change your life radically. Okay, here are 5 things you need to know if you're going through a breakup, you're going through a divorce, or you're dealing with heartbreak. You ready? Here we go. Number 1, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're just not going to be okay for a while. Now, this is a big one to understand. I think inherent, like in the actual idea of heartbreak, is in order for the changes that it wants you to make to actually come to fruition, you have to, on some level, like give up the idea that you'll ever live again. That way you can't white knuckle your way through it. Does that make sense? Like you got to get to rock bottom. You got to get to the point where you're like, this is it. This is the rest of my life. I'll never eat in restaurants. I'll never leave my house. No one will ever love me again. I'll never have sex again. I will never, ever, ever be okay. This is it. This is my new reality. I think like down there in the depth of the muck and the darkness is there are lessons there and teachings there and learnings there that you can't get if you're like, nah, this is pretty bad, but it ain't rock bottom, and I'll be through this in a couple weeks. All I have to do is drink. Don't do that, by the way. Okay, you're gonna be okay, but you're not gonna be okay for a while. Like that's the deal. You're not supposed to bounce back from heartbreak really fast. I remember early in my divorce, like a week or 2 in, my buddy Tom calling me and saying these exact words to me. He's like, you know what, man? I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to be okay, but you're just not going to be okay for a long fucking time. And even though that was kind of heartbreaking to hear, it was also really helpful to hear. It was helpful to hear like, oh, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just not going to reach it for some time. So let me tell you, man to woman, man to whomever, you're going to be okay. And you're not supposed to be okay right now. So you're not going to be okay for a while. Okay. Point number 2. It's okay to not be okay. Here in America or in the West, we have a pill for everything, a solve for everything, a solution to any kind of pain that you may be experiencing in any given moment. But guess what? It's okay to not be okay. Like, give yourself the permission. Like, heartbreak is a fucking kick in the pants, folks. Like, it is unlike any other pain that I've ever known. And I fought professionally. I've broken my neck. I've torn my ACL. I've broken both my wrists. I've had my elbows hyperextended. I've effed myself up 1,000 ways. And heartbreak is like no other pain that I've ever experienced. So it is okay to not be okay. I remember going through my divorce, and my business partner at the time in the chocolate company, a whole nother story, invited me to his house for lunch. They were having a get together, and I remember talking to his wife, and she was like, you should come over. You should join us. And I was like, I'm not coming over. I am a effing mess. And this was such an impactful sentence to me because she said, good, come be a mess at our house then. Like, we don't need you to be perfect. Just come be a mess over here. And I did. I went. I had a good time. You know, I still felt like shit, but like I got around some other people. I smiled. I laughed twice, and then I left. But her just giving me the permission to not be okay. Like, don't pretend. I get it. You may have to go to work. You may have to deal with kids. You may have to like put on a face from time to time. But like, let's be real. One of the truths of heartbreak, one of the requests, one of the lessons is the humility of it. It's humbling. Like, it sucks to walk into your office and everybody knows that the one person who was supposed to stay with you for life has just left. Or that the person you've talked about for years and years and years, you've just left. Like, it didn't work out. It's humiliating. It's humbling. Let it be so. It's okay. It's okay to not be okay. Number 3, you're not going to die. All right. I know what it feels like. I know heartbreak feels like you're going to die. You're not going to die. but a part of you is going to die. And that's the actual point of this. Part of you needs to die. Part of you, and trust me, if you do this right, you'll be grateful for this afterwards. I know I am. Like the part of me that wasn't living authentically, that wanted to be a writer, that wanted to be a speaker, that didn't want to drink alcohol, but did, that wasn't writing, that wasn't speaking, and was drinking a lot. That part of me had to die. And I'm so grateful that that part of me never made it past 2015. Part of you. So think about this, like part of you, right? It's like an opening happens when there's a breakup or a heartbreak. There's an opening. There's an opening for analysis, and there's an opening of reconfiguration. You now get to go, well, this is rock bottom. How do we get to redesign our life from here? What do I want to take into this next relationship? What do I want to take into this period of being single? Do I still want to keep my job? Do I want to have a new life come through? And you don't have to, folks. You can go back to your job. You can go back to a lot of the ways that you were living. But after years now, like I wrote that book in 2017. So it's 8 years later. I've talked to thousands and thousands and thousands of people because they email me and have told me this breakup, this divorce was the catalyst for this massive change that had wanted to be in my life for so long. I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be a solo traveler. I wanted to move to Europe. I wanted to go back to grad school. The artist in me was not coming forward. I felt trapped. I felt suffocated. I felt held down. I needed my life to be reorganized. And boom, it only cost me 6 months of like hating my life and going to therapy to get where I am now. That was the price of entry into the next level of their lives. Makes sense? All right, that's number 3. You're not going to die, but a part of you is going to, and that's the point. Number 4, pain is fuel. I did an entire TED talk on this, how to make pain your guru. Go look it up. Pain is fuel, right? There are days when the pain is going to ask you to lie on the couch and just lick your wounds. And there are days when you're going to go, you know what? I got to get off this goddamn couch. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to produce something. I'm going to build something. I'm going to let this discomfort that's overwhelming my body push me, drive me, inspire me, orient me, direct me in a new direction. Pain is fuel. Like that is probably the biggest lesson that you'll take away from this conversation. You get to use pain. We don't talk about this in the West, right? I said it. There's like a drug for every level of pain, as opposed to just going, man, this ain't fun. Now, what are you going to do about it? And here's even more important. What are you going to do with it? The pain of my divorce drove me to write a book. It drove me to do the Year to Live project. It drove me to change my entire life. Book 1 led to Man Uncivilized. Man Uncivilized led to 28 Days in Darkness. The pain of my divorce led me to write 3 books, which have changed thousands and thousands and thousands of lives, including my own. That's what I did with the pain of my divorce. Now, you don't have to do anything with it. But man, if it's going to be in the room with you, this is my view, if it's going to be in the room with me, I'm going to use it. So please ask yourself, what can I do with this? How can I let this soften me, open me, inspire me, move me, change me, reorient me? How can it? How can I create a relationship with the pain as opposed to just doing things to block it out or to numb it? How can I be in relationship with this pain? If this pain could speak to me, it would say, right? When I asked that question 10 years ago, it said, I would get sober. I'd quit drinking. You need to start writing. You need to leave this business. You need to start being more authentic. I had no idea I would be building Uncivilized and changing the world of men till later, because the things that were required of me before launching Uncivilized were getting sober, writing Today I Rise, getting on the TED stage, traveling, doing the other shit. So be in dialogue and have relationship with that pain. Shit, you got ChatGPT now, Be like, ChatGPT, I want you to be my pain. What should I do with you? Give that a go. Let me know how it goes. And lastly, this is a really good opportunity for you to listen to the person who just left you or you left when they give you some kind of feedback and think half of what they're telling you is true. Half of it's their own projection. Half of it is true. And this isn't the truth in cases of abuse. If there isn't abuse and someone says, you know what, you were really hard to connect with. These were the parts of you that were hard to be in relationship with. You were really snap judgmental. You judged really quick. You were quick to anger. You were hard. You weren't present. You drank too much. You smoked too much dope. You played too much video games. Our sex life was all about you, right? Take half of that and go, okay, I want to look at that. If this person's experience of me was that I wasn't present, shit, how do I be more present? If this person's experience of me was I wasn't a good listener, maybe I need to work on my listening. If this person's experience of me was I made crappy lasagna, that's on them. My lasagna is fucking awesome. All right. Take half of what they tell you, analyze it, and then change it. Now, those are the 5. That's what I've given you 5. But I hope you're getting the point of this, that heartbreak, that divorce, that breakup is an opportunity. It's a window that only stays open for so long, folks, and then it closes. Then you don't get to use it anymore. I know it sucks while it's open, but while it's open, you get to use it. If you're interested in getting your hands on Today I Rise, please do. It's on Audible. It's on Amazon. If you're interested in getting Man Uncivilized, same thing. 28 Days in Darkness, same thing. If you're interested in working with me, whatever, email me, traver@manuncivilized.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment. If you're listening to this on the podcast, please share this with someone in your life who's also struggling. I'm going to say this one final thing. I think this is true. A very large number of male suicides come because of a heartbreak or a divorce, or a breakup or a divorce. And that's not okay with me. So gentlemen watching and listening, if you're going through this, what no one has told you, and I'm going to look directly in the camera and say to you, is this is an opportunity. Use it well. Go be uncivilized.